Hello, this is Jeff again with another brief update here. On the last video here that you just saw, actually, maybe a little bit ago, I had said that I was working on the impulse engines. I was trying to devise me a little system of how I want that to look. So, that's what I came up with. I want the impulse engines to kind of have that look to it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be two of those puppies on the ship or just one. But that was what I was wanting to go for. And if I look at the ship from this angle, that's kind of what we got. I went with orange LEDs for the impulse drive. I wanted it to be a different color. It didn't take very long. It took half an hour from concept to creation on getting that on the back of the ship. And in my humble opinion, I think that looks so cool. Now, of course, the camera is washing out the orange. As usual, the camera washes out everything. Like it's just never happy. It must take it a step beyond. But the orange coming out of that looks absolutely amazing. And it's actually casting a little orange glow on the back of the nacelles. So that's going to be super cool. So not only will you have those blue spotlights aiming up on the nacelles, but you'll also have that little bit of orange aiming back on there as well. That combination blue-orange on this ship is really, really cool. So I'm happy now. I'm 120,000% happy now that we've got the impulse drive on there. And it actually mates up to the bottom part of the ship rather well. I'm going to have to take maybe a little bit down on this back wall right here. Maybe just a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit down. But for the most part, it's gonna... Let me get this straight here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. For the most part, though, it did actually mate up on there. So, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of step underneath there. Once I get the ship together to give it a little bit of dimension there, not just going up straight wall and bam, impulse drive. No, we're going to give it just a little bit more, maybe a docking hatch back there. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, that'll work, a docking hatch. So that being said, like I said, got the impulse deck on the ship, so we'll go forth and start working on cleaning up the navigational deflector and go ahead and get my blue lighting around this wall to illuminate those windows. And then not long after that, it's gonna be time to seal this puppy up. It will be time to seal this puppy up. So get one last shot of those impulse engines next to the concept design. And man, I couldn't be any more pleased with that. Actually, I really couldn't. And that's where the fun of this ship has been for me, is giving it my own spin, my own creation. I love it to death. I really, really do. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to look really good once it's finished. I'm not exactly sure how far away that is for me. I mean, there are no directions on this. It's just whatever I want to do. So, gonna go on, finish up on this ship, or get a little bit more cleaning up. As you see, right in between the impulse deck, I got to get that square cleared up. Wish I could point to it, but yeah, right there in between them. Gotta get that cleaned up and everything. Get everything around it seamed up and everything, so that it's just one nice, good, solid piece. And let me tell you again, hats off to using CA. That stuff, man. I think you could definitely build a child's toy with that stuff, and it wouldn't come apart with ease. So, I mean, just to show how strong that stuff was really working for me. Part of another model I was working on, I was going to see if I could take it apart once the CA glued, and I actually broke the model piece, and I had to glue it back together. I cracked it, and I had to glue it back together again. Matter of fact, it's on this model kit right here. I'll leave you guys to say what that is. But right there, where that piece right there connects to the saucer, I CA'd it on there, and I was going to bend it back up again, see if I could take it off, and the model piece cracked right along that seam, and I had to glue it back together again in the seam. So but yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this Kit Bash model kit, and I do appreciate you guys so much for the good comments and following this build, actually. And I look to bring you many more on this series build over the next, probably over the next couple of days. So just stick with me, and I will keep it up for you. Thanks again. This is Jeff. You guys keep on building them.